Your community ambassador with another series of Superintendent, and we have the good pleasure of being here in Rio School District with Dr. John Puglisi. So John, thank you so much for joining me here.
No, I will tell you this though, I'm looking for you. One of the things that I really dislike the most about video is how I look and how I sound. So what I'm hoping is that you can use whatever Adobe Premiere shop to at least make me look as good as Dan Stepanowski, or to just Photoshop in some movie star's head. And I for a long time I used to say Johnny Depp, but he's not looking too good anymore.
I was going to ask you what celebrity
you know,
you look like.
I don't. Well, I get a lot of stuff like that, but I just know I look and sound really bad on video.
How about that's in your opinion? Now we have a unique situation here. We're usually in people's offices, but we are here. I want to call it the New Jerusalem. This is the the Rio School District, and it's exciting being here. We are outside, so we have the ambiance. We can hear some machines on the side.
That's Building D being built right as we speak here at Rio del Sol.
It's beautiful, and we have a little wind. I can feel the wind.
We are on the SCR1 levee, and that is the Santa Clara River right there as we speak. That's where I wanted to be. You said, what's my favorite place? Right here on the river.
That's really good. So this is an exciting, I knew it was going to be different, John. I knew it was going to be different. It's going to be fun. But you know, let's start off by saying, again, I said this is a unique school district in a positive way. Can you please give our audience a little description of this district?
Sure. So Rio School District now has nine schools. This is the 9th school, has over 5,000 students. It's more than 130 years old. Started, you had the New Jerusalem reference in the 1800s. Started in a small way, like this whole area, Oxnard and Rio boomed in the 60s, moving to about 2,000 kids when homes were being built. And then I've been here for 7 years, and in that time we've been growing by about 100 to 150 students a year, and a lot of that development comes from this community right here, the River Park collection. We might call that the newer side of Rio. A great community, and the school district here is really interested in being part of that community development and facilitating not only good education and schooling, but being part of the community, local and at large. In fact, one of the things that we're doing at this school is we built a school and we designed a school to be about the river, and the curriculum, the things that are going on inside it, to be about the river, about this place, about the community. So that's one thing about our school district. We are kindergarten through 8th grade. We have 2 middle schools. We also have a K-8 dual language immersion school. That's Rio Real. Awesome school, amazing things happening there. This is our 2nd K-8 school. Right now we're K through 6. That building that you hear, Building D, to be constructed hopefully by May 1st, that double-decker will house our upper grade kids.
So let me ask you this. Beginning with the end in mind, what are you trying to accomplish for these students?
Tell you what we're trying to accomplish, and also something that we're getting ready to jumpstart in September of the coming year. We want our students to thrive. And one of the things that we're building in the coming year is a new conference here in this community called the Thrive Conference. And if you think about thriving is framed in many different ways, but one way is about vigorously growing. So you can imagine a tree or a plant where just little sprouts and everything is growing vigorously, and it's just the epitome of health. And then maybe below thriving you might call resilience, where you're surviving and you can continue to grow, and you can get past some traumas or some things that are impacting you. And then down on the bottom is survival. And one of the things that we think that is important for all kids, but definitely for Rio's kids, are to thrive. In the age that we have now on our cell phones, we have tremendous access to content and knowledge. So the interest, the fluency, and then ultimately the meaning making. Those are three pillars that in the academic and the learning side that we are working in the Rio School District. Are they fluent? Can they read? Can they write? Can they express themselves? The third part is really the meat, and that is in their interest and with their developing fluency, are they making meaning of things that are important for them and that will prepare them for things in the future? Go out into the field of work, or you have a family, or you're doing something in life, people aren't giving you a multiple choice test.
Right.
I don't think you probably in your life get too many multiple choice tests. What we're working on here is that having kids have interests, develop those fluencies, those that the adults want them to have and those that they want to have, and sometimes they're not the same. And then ultimately to take those things and make meanings and be able to do that in different ways. Video, with a pencil, with a pen, on the computer, with mathematics, in different languages.
So if I transition into what kind of support does this district need from the community, and let's say Oxnard and beyond?
This is also a really interesting school that's why I asked you to come here.
Okay.
Because this school, we're trying to have it be a lab school, or a place where, or an innovation school, or a place where the things that we're doing at all of the schools are really pushed to the next level. And one of those things that we're doing here at this school at the beginning in year one, and we hope to really take to another level, is that the community, and when we say the community, we mean all of the above. We mean the parents of this school, we mean the Ventura County watershed people who take care of that river, we mean the Army Corps of Engineers, we mean the environmentalists who want to make sure that the steelhead run through to the river. We want all of those people to see that they can come here, they can engage with kids, they can help kids learn, they can interact, they can do workshops, they can learn from kids, so that the barriers and the walls that we typically have, and the incredible onus that then is placed on the teacher to be the knower of all things, that is lifted. And that we use the public space, the agora that we have here, which there remain less and less public spaces in our democracy now. Schools being one, where everybody comes together. So this school is developing a really cool thing and using technology to get different people to come in and interact. Another way, just at the grassroots level, we in order to build this school, in order to do developments that we have now with River Park and Shea Homes and Wagon Wheel, we have to interact all the time with the city of Oxnard and all of that bureaucracy. So that relationship is huge, and the quality and effectiveness of that relationship, that is a huge, plays a huge role in what we're doing here. On the business side of things, that previously described function, we do partner and engage with businesses that we will vend with or develop with, but also that just contribute to our educational foundation. The River Park Collection and Whole Foods and all of these entities that do a variety of engaging with us, everything from food donations to activities to events to learning. We always would love to have more, and that's as much on us to break down the traditional barriers and impedance between those flows, and to not always just be really specific about what it is that we want. And this school and all of our schools are starting to try to bring the curriculum, the stuff that they learn, to be about and from the things that are happening in this place. Not only the great stuff and the stuff where they might learn about jobs, but the conflicts, the problems, a lot of the problems and the challenges that we face are things that will take many years and multi-generations. And so it's a great time to be in education now, because there's a lot of people interested in the environment, in nutrition, in eating well, in equity, and in dealing with everything from bullying or stress and those things are the things that we look to the community to understand, that actually children and teachers can take up those ideas, not only learn from them, but they have really powerful things to offer. What we have been getting really good at doing here in the district is we make good connections with people. We find out what they want to do and when they want to do them, and we try to make matches between our intents and the things that we have to do, and then build those things. And sometimes they're short term, but those that develop over the course of time and sustain, and then ultimately have some commitment involved. The one thing that we're seeking from the community more than anything, but we're also seeking from ourselves, I think we are thriving here in the Rio School District in many, many ways. In the arts, in music, in science, in technology, in kids' interest in school. We're thriving in many ways. In food, why do we only send 30% of students on as really reading and writing and doing mathematics and having a high interest in those things as compared to the very rigorous standards? Why can't we change that? And the question I've been asking our principals in our community, and what I ask all of our community is, is demography destiny? It's not supposed to be destiny. That is what public education, that's what democracy is, that's what the American dream is supposed to be about. It doesn't only have to come through school, but that's what we get paid to do. We get paid in our context with many of our students to make that equation wrong, and to make the American public school equation a reality for more students. That is, you're interested in learning, you invest in learning, you invest in yourself and your family and community, and that will lead to you be able to have however you define the American dream. Most people think that's having a job, having a house, a car, and living a normal, happy life. And we know how difficult that is now, how expensive that is to do here. But that's a big part of what we're doing at the Rio School District. There goes your 15 minutes.
You know what? I tell you what, we're going to have to do this again. You come back and I can interview you on some other subjects.
Absolutely.
I would love to talk to you about technology and staff motivation, the board relationship. You mentioned business, but there's so much to talk about. But I appreciate you. I appreciate our past interviews we've done. And I think you do a great job. So with that, I'm going to call this a wrap.
I would just give you the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Nice job, Peter. I'll give you the thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
And peace. I'll give you the
peace. Bobby Sherman, all that kind of stuff. All that. So with that, Peter Godinez, your community ambassador. Again, until next time.
Right here on the Santa Clara River.